What's up? Welcome to this video. I'm going to be reading the energy, and yeah, we're going to tune in to what you should know about with getting your dreams coming true. You know, those manifestations that you work really hard. Ooh, okay, we're going to be working on letting go. There's some different things that need to be not forgotten, but released, forgiven, so that you have room for more to come. There's something about organization as well. It might be something to do with how you organize your day-to-day, I'm getting, where it almost feels as though you berate yourself, you guilt yourself, shame yourself for not doing as much as you think you need to be doing. But there's something about how every day you're doing stuff, and every day it's like consistently chipping away the old whatever it is that you are trying to let go, trying to say goodbye to. Basically, you're trying to change your life so that whatever it is in the past you experienced, you won't be experiencing it again in the way that you did, where it made you feel like you needed to leave something in the first place. Also, remember that whatever is leaving your life, there's something about, again, something more intended for you specifically as an individual person, more for your authentic flow to have happen. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Wands, and they fell out together. This is talking about allowing yourself to envision in a way where it, like, I don't know how else to say it, but like when you do things in the now, you have the envision of you succeeding in the future and the satisfaction that comes with that success. So you are successful in whatever it is that you are consistently day to day chipping by, trying to get yourself into as well. I have candles behind you, so I'm like looking behind you at them, just so you're aware. I don't know if you can see, you probably, yeah, like in the reflection. Yeah, you see that? Here, let me see. Yeah, you see that, like, that's the candles, if you can see it in the reflection of the glasses. All right, we have the Nine of Cups and then the Knight of Pentacles. So it's almost like you're leading yourself with confidence, or it's like you're leading yourself into something about where you don't mind people seeing your emotional state in the now. It's like expressing yourself. Oh, there was something that I like used with this card. I was like, how would I put it? Putting your emotions up front or something like that, where it's like, yeah, basically you don't mind the public, if you will, seeing how it is that you feel in the moment. You don't mind, if you will, being vulnerable, but this more so is from a standpoint of being proud of who you are, and no matter what you feel in the moment, you are, yeah, basically you're proud of yourself. Like, it doesn't affect the way that you see yourself in the way of your own pride, and how it is in terms of, more than anything, how much you've had to go through in order for you to be where you are with your emotional embodiment. And the connection is so much more healthier, I'm getting, which is great. Like, job well done. It's hard to healthy. It's hard to healthify. It's hard to get a connection between yourself, in the way of more healthy, if you will, when you're like consistently like toxic with yourself, and that's okay to be. It's very common, and I like to think of it as like just everyone has to learn in ways of how are you also toxic with yourself? How are you knowing in terms of needing to mature in the way that you handle things? Are you avoiding things? It's something about that within yourself right now. I'm getting that a lot of obstacles where you can like release them, let go of them, can have happen. It's good. My hat. Oof. Okay. Also, we're just gonna randomly flip to a page in this book, and for some reason, I don't know why, but it's going to be partial to you. It's going to be important for the reading. It's a random book I found, but it's Island Style Architecture and Design Library. So like, yeah, so we're gonna just flip and see why it is. I don't know. So we have, this is your page that we have, and I'm just gonna glance over it. So it says this, the picture itself, because that's what really popped out. Island style is broad enough to include the whimsical. Here, the homeowners have selected an organically shaped chandelier with the design of flared palm fronds at its center. The small lamps are how do you say that? Ensconced, I guess, in loosely woven natural wicker shades that glow softly at night. So that's, if you will, the vibe of the reading is something that's more natural at night. I'm getting like dimly lit, this kind of vibe that you're, if you will, I'm getting day to day starting to really understand that's like what kind of vibe you need in order for you to get in that mindset. I'm getting the other thing that popped out when I was reading this was the word whimsical, how that is a very, very unique way to be, if you will, authentic in the way of expressing yourself. And that's something to look into if it is that kind of you relate to when it comes to aesthetic, clothing wise. Like for me, myself, and I am very whimsical. Like I remind myself of a fairy all the time. I kid you not. Like Tinkerbell, her sassiness. Yes, me too. You know what I mean? But there's something about how whimsical popped out. And then the other thing is the organically shaped. Something about how you shape your day-to-day right now in a way of organic. So it's kind of like how with nature and everything, how it grows is it's never growing in the way of like perfect of presentation. It's pretty rocky. And it also takes a long time for things to naturally grow. So what you're kind of being pushed into seeing is how can you allow yourself to trust and know that you're going to succeed, knowing you have to be a little bit more slower than you usually are. This allows you to see where it is that you want to take yourself in kind of the next couple steps when it comes to, yeah, just kind of like the future, because it is something about how it changes pretty quickly. I'm getting, excuse me, based off of something about the very first thing is accepting in terms of needing to let go. That's like the first thing to really concentrate on, because that's something about how it'll help you like get your focus a lot more centered on what is a priority for you in that aspect of what is no longer relevant, what is no longer giving you the perspective the attitude of value that would give you kind of like that like confidence of like, yes, I do have worth. And yes, I'm gonna put and present my worth, my trophies, if you will. And it's something about how your emotions are very much so, like something about how being proud of your emotional state, because there's something about you in your emotional state is a very powerful person, if you will, when it comes to you being aware in the moment. That's like the catch 22 is your emotional state. Yes, in the present moment, you can be like in the present moment, if you will, but you also can be in the past. You can be in the future. And it's all based off of your focus point. Is it in the present moment? Is it in the past? Is it in the future? It's all about that. And you're going to be the one to know, you know. Okay, so that was the book. Yay! And then we're going to go to some... This is the Buddha Wisdom, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine cards as well. And then I'm going to wrap it up. It's more of a shorter video. And then I don't know, but I'll most likely post another video. But I just wanted to make this one more of a quicker one. Okay. We have the All Feminine popped out. So, if with kindly generosity one merely has the wish to soothe the aching hearts of other beings, such merit has no bounds. So this is talking about how, in terms of, again, way back when, the letting go, the needing to, something about needing to accept and move on with your life, right? It's something about how that specifically, the acceptance and moving on with your life, is allowing yourself also to help others in essence of them moving on with their life. It's very interesting how when you allow yourself to cut cords emotionally with other people, where it's like you both are connected in the now, but it's based off of a past connection that never got disconnected. Because I don't know if you realize this, and I haven't, like, I'm 28, but I've realized this recently where a lot of the reasons why parts of my life haven't been moving forward in the way I want them to is because of past emotional connections with other people. So what I like to do is I like to cut any connections that's no longer relevant in the now. And even if it is, I like to really cleanse the connection so that any kind of past emotional ties that I don't realize are there will be cut. This helps you and the other party when you do this in the now, and it's you choosing to as well. Everything that you do, you choose to do. And so remember that when you start to think of the past and it starts to make your embodiment in the now distressed, that is a tie that you need to cut in order for you to be free in the now, so you can focus on what it is that you really, really, really are appreciative of, grateful of, what it is that helps you feel super loved and appreciative, compared to focusing, concentrating on what it is that makes you feel distressed, makes you feel out of control, so on and so forth. So you are helping also, like I said, other people with this when it comes to you deciding to cut cords, cut ties, and allow yourself to, again, just move on, you know? Because it is something about how every time you choose to do that, you're going to get something far better, a connection far better for you in the now. And you are different in the now compared to when you had that connection way back when, all right? We have the loving kindness you show to others returns to you as grace. So the other thing with the whole cutting connections is it is out of kindness, it is out of love. Something about being mindful and, you know, there are times when I'm kind of vengeful with my own cutting of cords, if you will, you know, because you can return to sender. So many different ways of returning to sender. The thing, though, is you will have it received back to you when it comes to whatever it is that you send out. Yeah, it's just very, like, complicated. And the best thing that I've learned with myself specifically is to just kind of, like, send it out in a way of, like, forgiveness, where we all make mistakes in a way of needing to learn our own in the world and how we can interact with other people, but staying true to ourselves and staying true to ourselves, interacting with other people and staying true to ourselves, right? And wanting that harmoniousness about it. But there is something about also coming through where it might be that you are really evolved in ways where you specifically need to move on, but others in your environment will be staying behind in ways where it might make you feel a little like sad, but it's something about how it's something where like you will be reconnecting, but it's from a situation where you yourself are in a better situation. You are in a better environment that's more suited for you. But there is something about needing to take a dive within yourself on figuring that out, which I'm kind of like wanting to make a video about that now that I think about that. I like that. So let me just like write this on a piece of paper before I forget. So I want to do we're gonna do like a deep dive. Yeah, I need dive on, I had it and then I lost it. It was like a deep dive on like, hold on. Yeah, like something about, oh my gosh, you guys. Like you are getting the whole in kind of what it is for me in the live perspective of I had something really good and then I lost it. It'll come back to me. Something about that. Okay, whatever. I'll make a video about some about deep diving. I don't know. All right, we have learn and not doubt so you can understand the peaceful calm of enlightenment. Learn and not doubt. So just a little bit ago, I talked about how we make mistakes and how it's also of forgiving others is also you understanding in a way of other people making mistakes in the way that they behave. And it's something about how, like, I'm getting it's like very humbling, where it's more so making you realize that it's something about like life isn't as bad as you think it is. Like life isn't as difficult. Life isn't like, yeah, as miserable as you once perceived it. And this is from a standpoint of you in the now compared to you in the then, in the past. So you're definitely at a different way of seeing life because the past you had less experiences you went through compared to the now, which you have a lot more wisdom from the experiences. And so the wisdom is going to help you when it comes to discovering and expanding your horizons with whatever it is that you are, yeah, like getting yourself into. The lovers, y'all. Let's like be for real though, the lovers, okay? So definitely this is you understanding what kind of, if you will, vibe and the natural sense of love that you need from others for you to feel. But I'm getting it's like feel good about yourself, but I'm getting it's something about you going within yourself first to figure this out. And then you're like, oh, okay. Like the Ace of Pentacles in the world, it's like first you have to figure out what it is within yourself of that love, and then you'll see it outside of you with other people giving that to you. We have the Sun and the Fool. Taking new steps into something where it's more so you're like optimistic already. Like even before having the results, something about you going about your day to day with this perception, this belief, this like feeling of satisfaction that comes from, more than anything, the whole knowing that whatever you're like letting go right now is allowing like something better for you to come in, allowing something that will allow you to feel the joy, the enlightenment of you living life. You know, what's better than you being enlightened of you in terms of what you bring to the table when it comes to living life? Because you bring such value to the table that like I know so many people will pull up to your table and will want to sit down and just be around you because you're so wise in essence of life. 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna go, and I really appreciate your presence and your authenticity. I appreciate your willingness to stay and stick around with me, and I hope that this has helped guide you to a little bit more understanding of what's up with you right now. I will be posting most likely another video, most likely. I mean, yes, for sure, but I don't know if it'll be like today that I'll be filming it or tomorrow. We'll see, but yeah, that was the energy I was reading, and yeah, I hope it helps. I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, know that you're a miracle, all right? Believe it, feel it, because you, my friend, are literally like so authentically, individually a way to express a miracle. Like a miracle can be expressed, but only you express it in the way that you do. Remember that, okay? And like no one else, okay, is going to tell you how you express a miracle the way that you express a miracle. Only you know. You are the expert of you, and I'm here to like read for you, but like your energy is the literal main character of my videos. So thank you. You're my main character. You're my muse, my Mona Lisa. Without you, this video wouldn't be here. I mean, without me too, but in spirit and everything, but our spirit teams, whatever. Anyway, I'll leave you. I'm gonna go. Bye.